Hello everybody, what's up? CaptainTurbo here. I am getting set up. We are going to be doing a little bit Dragon Age Origins tonight. I'm going to be playing for about maybe an hour, maybe a bit less. Well, maybe a bit more actually. I'm not sure yet. I just didn't fancy going to bed, so it's great. Let's do a little bit more of this. I'm not going to play the music because I actually don't have a lot I need to do to get set up. I'm just going to post the link for the thing if anybody decides to join. And do the same here. Okay, so where the fuck is the thing? There we go, play. Alright. Obviously, I'll take the streaming thing down in a second. I'm just getting everything set up properly here. Let's move it over there. Let me just what I want. Actually, I don't think it is. There it is. Alright, so welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. It's been a while since I did this, and actually one second, I do need to do one more thing before I start. I just need to turn off the, not turn off, but put the stream on a slightly lower thingy so it's not eating up bandwidth. Okay. It's been a little while since I did some Dragon Age, so I need to see what I'm doing here. Stream AS. That was the autosave. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. One second, yeah, I've still got the thing up, so we should be good. Hopefully, you guys will be able to hear the actual gameplay and all that, because I can't actually tell if the audio is too loud or anything like that. It's also been a little bit of time since I've actually done this, so... First of all, let's go talk to this guy. I don't recognize this guy, actually.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
Can't say he did. One second, I need to pause this because I need to get this message at the bottom, so just give me a moment. God damn it. Shift tab. Close that. A lot of messing around here. Alright, back into the game. Duncan never mentioned you. I'm what you did, I've never heard of you.
Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
And what promise did you make to Duncan?
Well, as you know, my family's name is mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arlen banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
And what happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arlen died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run. hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride. Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that.
I wonder if this is a piece of DLC, because I have no memory or recollection of this whatsoever.
Duncan wanted to reclaim the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak, and perhaps we'll uncover evidence to restore my family's honour along the way. Nobody's been to Soldier's Peak since the Grey Wardens were banished, but I found a way. They say it's haunted, and it's certainly dangerous. Will you help me?
Right, I don't want to do. I think I know which one it is. It's the yeah, it's the Warden's Peak DLC. I don't know that though, and I'm still pretty early on, so I don't know if I'll be able to survive that since I've never done it. So we'll come back to this later, hopefully.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennec at your service once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Warden? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Yeah.
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
Let's take a
I'm
look
sure
what
you'll
we've got.
be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright, let's see what we can get here. Alright, so I'm actually pretty close to over capacity. So I'm gonna sell some of the... Alright, let's see if we've got any old stuff we can sell here. I'm gonna sell one of those. I want to keep the bolts for now. What about armor? I don't think I'm gonna need that. That's actually pretty good, but I'm gonna sell those for now. I don't generally tend to use shields for anyone other than, holy fuck, what's his name? What's his fucking name now? I've completely forgotten it. I can't remember. Yeah, that'll be fine. Sell that. Heavy chainmail will actually be pretty good once I can equip it. That's not gonna be for a while. In fact, I don't even want to equip that because I'm all for dual weapons. Just, if he's got a backpack or something I can buy, then it will make my journey a little bit easier. Golden rope necklace. Right, these are all the. Oh, there's. Oh, fucking hell! 7 gold. I'm tempted to. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sell that. I'm gonna buy that. Fuck it.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Let's actually check it out first
Enchantment.
before we don't bother with it. Our current weapon is the Oathkeeper. We could equip the Journeyman Lightning Rune, which will give 2 +2 electricity damage. And you know what? Just for the sake of it, we're gonna try it out. All enchantable items in the party inventory, including those currently equipped, can be upgraded by an enchant as long as you have the runes available. Select the item you wish to enchant, then drag and drop the desired runes into the slots of the item, which we just did. So why'd you tell me this now? Whatever. So my stealing is actually pretty good as well. Alright, so we're gonna actually talk to a couple of our camp members, catch up. So we'll start with Morgan. For whatever
What
reason.
do you wish of me? If you must.
This is just going to be for a bit of world growing. I'm not going to rush through this game, guys. I am actually going to play and, you know, build the world around it as I can. Unfortunately, my mouse is starting to die a little bit. It's not responding. Probably the batteries need changing.
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
That does sound like something you do. Your mother has been doing this for a long time then.
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know? Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. If you had a notion to learn such a skill for yourself, sadly, you must remain disappointed.
Oh well.
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
I have to wonder where the fuck she got that eye shadow crap. Pretty sure they don't have makeup here.
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
Well, that should cover it.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch? I wouldn't advise it. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Fair enough. I think she had something else to talk about there, actually.
What do you wish of me? We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Oh. No, I can't do that yet. Alright, actually I need to do something, because I have a couple gifts. A few of them I actually know what they're for. I believe. I know who they're for, I should say. Alright, that's that. Alright, so let's take a look here. Private documents. I know who the ale is for. I think that one's for Liliana, I think. I need to write all this down for the future before I do these sessions, because I've completely forgotten. Who else can we talk to? This part is probably just going to be mainly this. I'm not going to be here for long, so...
Why are we stopping? There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful? What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty. No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead. No. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty. You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight. I am. The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world. Compared to what? What does anyone truly know of the world? The world changes. We change. The Antam observe what we can, just as you do. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting. As you wish.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of Sten. I don't mind the Canary once you get to like Dragon Age 2, but Dragon Age 1, ooh, fucking hell, they're boring.
Yes?
And apparently Mickey's online. Hello, buddy.
Well, here I am.
This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
So it's just a dream.
I have had dreams. This was different somehow. When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith. In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the Blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the Blight devours everything? That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a Blight to stop.
Fair enough. I think she's got a bit more information
Yes.
to talk about.
Well, here I am.
We shouldn't have to keep doing this all the time. As in, once the conversation ends, it just ends like that. You don't get an option to carry on talking, like go back to the original option like this.
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose. When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I just realized something. They keep changing the sex of their god, essentially. If they get occasionally it'll be taught as the Maker, sometimes the goddess and stuff like that. It may be multiple religions, but it may just be misremembering, I guess.
What can I say to them? What they believe is what the Chantry says, and the Chantry is infallible, yes? Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done. and I have talked enough for now.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say to Liliana for now.
What do you need? Ask away. Such as they are. I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of
Put this drink
Ferelden
away.
will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Logain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
No pressure, like.
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Logain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfelds, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go. That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands. About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need?
Oh, at least I'd like to ask you something else. Yeah, why didn't you do this earlier?
Ask away.
Yeah, why not?
Same way you did. You drink some blood, you choke on it, and pass out. You haven't forgotten already, have you? I do my best. What can I say? Let's see, I was in the Chantry before. I trained for many years to become a Templar, in fact. That's where I learned most of my skills. You're telling me I was banished to the kitchens to scour the pots more times than I can count. And that's a lot. I can count pretty high. The Grand Cleric didn't want to let me go. Duncan was forced to conscript me, actually, and was she ever furious when he did. I thought she was going to have us both arrested. I was lucky. I wondered that myself. It's not as if she valued me highly. I think she just didn't want to give anything to the Grey Wardens is all. The Chantry didn't lose much. And I think I can do more fighting the Blight anyhow, rather than sitting in a temple somewhere. I'll always be thankful to Duncan for recruiting me. If it hadn't been for him, you know, I wouldn't have. No, it's... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be... It's fine. He died a hero. They all did. Come on, let's go. I think I'm done talking.
Alright, one less person to talk to. I guess you could call him the person. Where the... Oh, there's my mouse. Again, I'm having a few issues with... Let's talk to Pikachu.
Oh, why you little? Oh, you're so funny. Such rapier wit. Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me. Look. Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Do you know what, guys? I know I've only been streaming just under 25 minutes, but I'm actually getting pretty tired already. I had been online gaming with Serious Tycoon for the last couple hours, and I thought I was still awake. Apparently, I'm not. I have gotten a few things here. Well, I got the Fire Confessions done anyway, so you know what? I'm actually pretty happy with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save, and yeah, I'm gonna end this off for the next. Again, I'm pretty beat. Alright, stream part 3. Alright, so Again, I don't know when I'm going to be streaming properly next time. Obviously, this is going to be about 30 minutes in total by the time I'm done speaking. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming next time. In fact, I'm not even sure when I'm going to be streaming next. I might next Wednesday because we've got a race coming up, so I might stream a little bit afterwards. Whether or not it'll be Dragon Age Origins, I don't know. It could be this, it could be the second part of Sonic Before the sequel, I'm not sure. It's basically whatever I really fancy doing. I have had a massive itch to be playing Mass Effect over the last couple weeks. I don't want to get that started though for a while, and I will need to play. I am not playing the Steam version. I'm not playing a version I can't use a 360 controller with. I am sorry, that's just not how I play. I don't know. I'll have to see. With Christmas coming up in like actually a week today. With Christmas only been a week away, the next stream will be probably the last one of this year. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Uh, Again, I'm sorry this wasn't a very long one. I just wasn't feeling it tonight. I'm really beat, as I said, so... Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Sayonara.